How's that look? We got the sun. I got a nice glare. You got a nice glow. Yeah, the whatever. The bike we'll get afterwards. How's that sound? So here with Hannah Hodges. Did you see that they misspelled your name wrong?
Everyone's been coming up to me this weekend telling me that, but I haven't went up there
I
and
was like,
looked at it.
I was like, who's Hannah Hodges? Hodges, whatever it is. But I think they'll remember your name after today, right? After this weekend.
I like think so. I had a couple good rides. Made solid progression all weekend, so
Is it
hopefully
is it safe to say you're one of the best women motocross riders?
I would like to think so.
Right. Well, you tell me. Where does Hannah Hodges rank on the whole women's motocross
Uh,
scale?
I've only done a couple WMX races, but I've won pretty much all of those. And
Yeah, just won pretty much all of them, right? No big deal. I saw that. What was it? The last one was at what? Loretta Lynn's. Do I have that right? Where
yes,
you took it to Kylie Fastnot, right? Took it to her.
uh,
Did you win that one or did she finish second?
she ended up getting the overall in that
She got
one.
the
That was
overall.
actually the first WMX I've ever lost, but
I ever lost. Well,
yeah,
you can't win them all, right?
I guess
Or
so.
are you competitive? Are you super
I'm
competitive?
very competitive with anything I do.
How old are you?
I just turned 19.
Okay, so now be honest. Is it getting old? All us intermediate guys saying, "Well, how does it feel to race against the boys?"
I mean, I'm pretty used to it. It's a pretty
Yeah,
common question I get, so
it's getting old, right? Listen, she's a pretty badass motocross rider. End of discussion, right?
guess
Do
so.
you do you do you try to enter in more non-women events?
I've raced guys since I was on 50s, so I mean that
Okay.
was pretty much what I've raced. And then whenever I got old enough for the girls' class, I started racing that. And women's stuff's in my contract, so I race all of those for my sponsors. But I really enjoy racing with the guys.
Okay, so you gotta they want you to win. They don't care who you beat, right? They just want you to win. Now, take us through your year real quick. Were you bouncing around between women's, USA? Where were you? Canada?
I've been here all year. I just been traveling around, did all the amateur nationals like Daytona, Freestone, all that,
Okay.
and did my qualifiers for Loretta's, and came up here and did KROC, and just tried to hit all the normal races that I do, but I didn't make it out to California this year. I normally do that, but
Why not? What
I had a
happened?
few small injuries, so kind of
Injuries.
prevented me from making it out there.
What happened?
I've had a few concussions this year.
Oh man, dude. What do you play? NFL? No.
No,
Wait, I thought the NFL was the only sport that had concussions.
no, I've got a few under my
No.
belt.
So just from training or in races, you took a header? What happened?
Most of them were in training, but I had not this year at Daytona, but last year at Daytona I had a pretty solid one, and just like a few like odd and end ones,
Okay.
like trying to push on a big bike. I'm a little small.
So are you riding 250 or 450?
250.
So now I've kind of heard that the 450 is because it's such a big motor. You're not that big, so does the 450 kind of a lot of even the smaller riders they throw you around, right?
Yeah, I mean I only weigh 112 pounds, and you're supposed to weigh at least 120 to be on a 250. So
Okay. On a 450, you
I
mean?
keep no on
On a
250s.
250. So she's destroying everybody on a 250, and she's not even supposed to be on it, right? So how the 450 is that an adjustment you got to do long term, or how
I'm probably just gonna stick with 250s.
you gonna go to do you go to the gym? How much you bench?
A lot.
A lot, a lot. No, none of the motocross riders I seem to ask that question. They can't get. I guess that must not be a focus for you guys.
No, not really. I mean, I do a lot, like not a lot of weight stuff, but I mean a fair amount.
When you're in the gym banging and clanging, are you grunting and like throwing down weights and posing at the guys or
No,
no?
I don't make any noises when I'm at the gym
you,
like all the muscle heads do.
you seem like a very quiet, quiet lady who's just kind of here enjoying herself. Is that pretty accurate?
I guess so. I don't really go. A lot of people think that I'm just snotty because I don't speak to them. I just don't. I kind of keep to myself, and I love when people come up to me and talk to them, and
Okay.
I love meeting new people and fans and talking to everyone. But I don't really. I kind of stick to myself to stay out of a lot of drama.
So if you ever see Hannah at one of these races, go up to her, give her a hug. Just ask her to kiss your baby or whatever, right? Sign autographs. What's your favorite thing? Because I know, I think you've reached a certain level of notoriety at all these events. So do you get a lot of people coming up to you and knowing who you are?
Yeah, for sure. I can pretty much like everywhere I travel. There's a fair amount of people that know who I am, and some that have never seen me ride. That's the cool part about qualifying for Loretta is you get to travel all over to different tracks, and there's always people that haven't seen you ride but have heard about you, and it's always a cool experience.
Is you now? Did you have a idol or somebody that you looked up to when you were a kid?
I looked up to Ricky Carmichael a lot whenever I was
Okay.
younger.
So now, what about you being like you and Kylie and Eve and some of the other ladies who are on this motocross circuit? Is it important for you to kind of go up to these 6-year-old girls that you see at these races and say, listen, like you could be me and you could do this?
Yeah, for sure. I've always kind of tried to reach out to the younger girls. I actually train a couple of them back at home, and
Okay.
I've done a few camps here and there, at different places. Like I did one this past weekend, and
Sure.
I enjoy working with the younger girls and getting them in the sport.
But not too much because you still got a lot of riding left.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to do the training every once in a while, but you still got to focus on the whole racing thing,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. I always make sure that I plan it around my racing so I have enough time to spend with them and still get my work in.
Is there a like 2017's almost done? So how are we happy with what happened? Like everything that where you finished with all the were you happy?
It was an up and down year. I mean, like I had a few injuries and just tried to keep it on two wheels. I could have done better at a few races, but it keeps me busy, keeps me working and hungry.
Okay. Now 2018, like are you gonna be doing Supercross, Arena Cross, dabbling in that, or you take the winter off? What's the game plan?
I live in Florida, so we can ride year round pretty much, and
Florida. Well, we're from New York, and we're gonna get lots of snow.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Arena Cross this year, so I'll probably head back up to MTF soon and start riding some Supercross.
Okay, good. Shameless self promotion. I'm all about that. So Instagram, Twitter, give us all that.
Instagram Hannah172, Twitter Hannah Hodges 172, and
Facebook.
yeah, I have a fan page on Facebook, but I
Okay.
don't really keep up with that one too much.
Okay. Maybe we need somebody to volunteer to be the administrator for that website.
I think I still have one.
Well, Instagram is probably here mostly. But what about the bike? That's a nice bike. I'll finally allow the bike there. What about what about like sponsors and all that fun stuff?
Lord Jesus Christ, keep me safe. My mom and dad, my mechanic Jake, Monster Energy, Team Green Kawasaki, Twilly Designs, Alpine Star, Scott, Dunlop,
She's not reading this.
Ethica.
She's got this all in her head. Jake, come in here. Come in here. Come in here. Come right here, real quick. All right. So this is Jake, the mechanic. Is it more important for her to get a top 5 at all these events, or to like do you train her harder with remembering all the sponsors?
Oh, yeah, I don't know how she does it. She's on point with that.
She's on point with that, man.
It's ridiculous.
Can like, man, that was like that's hard. Do you go home at night and read that in the shower? Is that like
She must.
Like most of it was whenever like I first started winning championships. Like my parents were on me, like you gotta remember this.
You got it, yeah.
So like then I started winning like a fair amount of championships, and I was like I just had it dialed. And then whenever I got on Cowies, like I had a whole new list. So I was like,
yeah.
I always had to think on the podium. I'm like I can't mix these up. Like
Is that the hardest part about motocross? Remembering the sponsors, right? That's the hardest
once you
part.
get it, it's pretty like I haven't changed gear or anything, but honestly, like I have an order that I say it in every time, and that's just how I've memorized them. So like I say it. So whenever I switch brands, it was hard. Like I had to think about like, oh, I can't say this one. I have to say this one now.
All right. So last question before I let you guys go. When she comes off the track, is she yelling and screaming, "This mechanic sucks. I should have gotten the win, but he messed up the suspension, or I didn't have enough gas"? What's the biggest?
Luckily, we've never had anything go down like that. But I mean, I've had her come off the track angry, not at me, but just angry at other people in general. We had a big get off at Mill Creek. We were running third place, and I guess some kid second place must have fell, and it was on a jump that you couldn't see the landing on.
Oh.
So she landed into the kid and went tumbling, and that's when she hit her head, and that's why we didn't end up making it out to Mammoth. So, but she came off the track, and like I guess when you get a concussion, you're kind of emotional. She was like angry, like raging, and I was like, "What's going on?"
She was crying.
Yeah,
to everybody.
she was.
She's apologizing, like.
Yeah, she was on her phone with her mom, like normal. Then she was raging. Then she was crying. I was like, "This head stuff is serious. It's no joke."
Yeah, it's no joke.
Exactly.
Right, so Hannah Hodges. Is it just Jake the mechanic?
Just Jake the mechanic.
Just
yeah.
we won't give any shameless self promotion for you.
No, I'm Jake Taylor. Instagram is JakeTaylor58, and that's about it.
There we go. All right. Thank you, crew.